In this video, we're going to be writing the sum or the difference of logarithms as a single logarithm, simplifying the result if we can. So we're condensing these logarithms because we can see that we have 1, 2, 3 logs separated by either plus or minus signs. So the first thing we want to look at here is our three types of logs, or our three logs rather, and begin to place them. So I'm going to begin by taking my numbers that are in the front and moving them back up to their exponent spots. So now I have the log x to the third power minus the log of y to the 1/3 power minus the log of z to the 2/3 power. Now this first one written to the third power, that's not a big deal. It's kind of easy. But these next ones right here, that 1/3 and that 2/3, those we can rewrite in radical form. So we can have the log of x to the third power minus the log of the cubed root, let's do that in pink so it matches, the cubed root of y minus the log of the cubed root of z squared to the second power. Now notice that in all three of these instances, these logs are the same type of log. So we can rewrite this with just one log. From there, I'm able to put my x to the third on the top, pink, and I'm dividing that because of the minus signs. I get a division bar there, and I can then put the square root or the cubed root. So I'm going to have the cubed root of, and I could put the cubed root of y times the cubed root of z squared. However, in this situation, because I have the cubed root of y and the cubed root of z, I can actually write those as the same thing. So I can write this as the cubed root of y and then z, and remember the z was squared, so we have z squared, just like that. And this is going to finish up this first example because we're unable to simplify it anymore. Let's take a look at letter B. Here we have 1/3 times the natural log of t plus the natural log of t squared minus 9 minus the natural log of t minus 3. So again, we're dealing with 1, 2, 3, and they're all the same. They're all natural logs, which is going to make it really nice. So let's go ahead and let's take anything we have in the front and let's move it to the back. We have just that one piece. So this is going to give us the natural log, oops, switch that color, of t to the 1/3 plus the natural log of t squared minus 9 minus the natural log of t minus 3. And so again, we see we have 1, 2, 3 natural logs that are all the same. And so we can write this with one natural log. So natural log, and then we can move forward from here. We know from the last example we did that this can be turned into a radical form. And so we're going to have the natural log of, and we'll have the cubed root of t, and we're going to be multiplying that with t squared minus 9, and then we're multiplying it. We know we're multiplying it because of this plus sign right here, so we know that we get to multiply those. Okay, then we're going to divide, and we get to divide because we have this minus sign here. We're going to divide that by t minus 3. Now we have to wonder, can we simplify this? So if we look at the top, can we factor anything or make it smaller? And the answer is yes. This t squared minus 9, we can make that smaller. We can factor that out. So here, this is actually going to become the natural log of, and we're going to have the cubed root of t. That's not going to go anywhere. But we're going to factor t squared minus 9 into t plus 3 and t minus 3. Okay, so t plus 3 and t minus 3. And we're able to divide all of that by our t minus 3. And now we can say, what can we cancel out? What can we get rid of? And on the top and the bottom, in both places, we have a t minus 3. So we can cancel that out. So our final answer here is going to be the natural log of the cubed root of t times t plus 3. We're multiplying all of that by that natural log. So maybe let's not use parentheses, let's use brackets. And this is going to end up being our final answer right here. So our simplified final answer written as a single logarithm.